Hello. How are you feeling today? Welcome to our space, your space with Mama A, your behavior mentor. What is going through your mind today? Today's session, we're going to focus on negative thinking. Do you always struggle to think in a positive way? Are you always thinking the worst is going to happen to you? Negative thinking can be very, very dangerous and detrimental to our day-to-day lives. It is a problem that should never be ignored or postponed. So, if you struggle with negative thoughts, please know that you are not alone, and know that there is help out there. And that is why Mama A is here today to talk about negative thinking. Do you find yourself, your thoughts, focus on the worst aspects of your day-to-day life? That is precisely what negative thinking or negative thoughts are. Sometimes some of us, some young people, they spend their day thinking it's only the worst that's going to happen to them. And as such, they do not take time to reflect on the positive aspects of their lives. That is what negative thinking is all about. Worries, don't get me wrong, are normal. They are normal parts of life because they are brilliant learning opportunities, normal parts of our healthy emotional lives. Because from worries, we understand how to deal with the normal level of life. Because when you're able to deal with your worries, it makes you stronger, a stronger person. It makes you more resilient, and it makes you understand the hurdles of life and how to deal with them. So normal worries are normal process of our day-to-day development. But when that worry begin to get so overwhelming, when you've lost control over that particular way that you're feeling, and you worry about every slightest thing, then it becomes a problem. How do you know when your worries are becoming overwhelming? When you find yourself refusing to engage in things that gives you fun, or you find yourself beginning to isolate from others just because of that particular worry in your mind, then it's becoming a problem, and then you have to do something about it. And these worries, if not dealt with, can lead to something serious. That is why this session will focus on eliminating negative thinking or negative thoughts. Because when we eliminate negative thoughts, it helps us relax, and it helps our mental health greatly. Sometimes there are some reasons why some people get overwhelmed with their worries or with their thoughts because they think they cannot make it in life. But as a young person or as parents listening to Mama A right now, let's have a conversation. Conversation about how we have to take things in life one step at a time and never to compare ourselves. As a young person, do not compare yourself with others. Or as a parent, do not compare your young person or your child with others. Because gradually, with support, they will get to where they need to get to. Let's look at some negative ways that people deal with negative thoughts. Sometimes when these thoughts gets into their head and they can't get rid of it, they tend to be in denial of it. That is a very wrong way of approaching or negative thoughts. Sometimes, even though they are not in denial of it, they want to get rid of it so quickly, and as such, they can end up in more negativity. Whatever problems we face in life, there are two ways of approaching it. You either approach it in a positive way, which is the best, and which will eventually bring solution, or you approach it in a negative way, which will bring temporary solution and then makes matters worse. So when we are faced with these negative thoughts and we're trying to get rid of these negative thoughts, we must not go into any other negative way to get rid of it. Some people tend to drink more alcohol or take drugs, saying it just helps me with my worries. It helps me with my negative thoughts. But this is not a solution to it. It might give you a temporary relief, but it's not solving the problem. Because then, when you snap out of that, the worries even becomes worse. Same happen if you are in denial of it. You pretend as if it's not there, but it's there and it's disturbing you. So people tend to go to take some sleeping medication to make them sleep off their worries. This is not also the right way to go. Because by the time you wake up from that sleep, you start all over again. The negative thoughts comes in. The worries comes in. Before I end this video, I will give you some tips. Let's have a conversation on some tips to help us eliminate negative thoughts, to help us channel our negative thoughts towards positivity, or replace our negative thoughts with positive thoughts. First and foremost, you have to talk to someone about it. This is your space. Drop me a comment. Drop Mama a comment, and we'll talk more on that comment on our next video. As children or young people, speak to your parents. Have your responsible adults. Talk to them about what you're going through. Talk about it. It's good to talk, because when you talk, there is solution. You will be directed to your support, the right support. Also, tip number 2, change your mindset. How can you change that mindset? Try to replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. For example, if all you think about school is negativity, You don't want to go to school. It's just going to be the same. That's all in your mind. If I go there, I'm just going to get into trouble. I'm not going to learn anything. I just hate school. Stop. Reflect a bit and begin to think of how you can replace that with, it's not going to be too bad today. At least I've got PE lesson. Oh, at least I've got cooking lesson. We're going to bake. I will focus on that baking today. And because of that baking, I'm going to go to school. There must be something you like about school. It could be your friends. Use them to replace those negative thoughts and say, okay, I'm going to go to school anyway because my friends are there. No matter what, it's not going to be that bad. One step at a time, you will get there. Have a calm attitude. Tip number 3. Be calm. When these negative thoughts are going through your mind, try and be calm and practice mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Simply put, mindfulness is for you to be present wherever you are. Just be present. Recognize where you are. Appreciate it. Feel it. And this can only come when you're calm and you practice the breathing, really deep breath exercise. That will also help you eliminate negative thoughts. Choose your happy place. Tip number 4. Think about what makes you happy. Whenever those negative thoughts are coming into your mind, try to think about your happy moments. You've got happy moments. Recognize it. Think about it. And begin to picture yourself in that happy place to help you get rid of those negative points, negative thoughts. Get active. Another tip. Go for a walk. And as you go for a walk, remember the mindfulness. As you walk through the forest, look at the trees. Listen to the birds as they tweet. Observe and notice every sound. Feel your feet. Feel your breath. And as you do that, remember to begin to replace those thoughts with the beautiful creatures and the beautiful landscape and vegetations that you see around you. Do the activity that you enjoy. And most importantly, try and be grateful. Gratefulness is a very vital tool to positivity. Every little thing you get, notice it, appreciate it, no matter what it is. Appreciate it. Even if you hope to get more, appreciate what you got at that moment in time. Be grateful to others and be grateful to yourself. Because if you are not grateful, it will also affect your self-esteem. Try and be grateful. You can also change your environment. At that moment where that negative thoughts are coming, are you in your bedroom alone and you get those negative thoughts? Get off your bedroom, go to the living room, speak to someone, do something different in order for you to clear your mind of those negativity. Just remember that you are in charge of your emotions. And as such, you have to take responsibility sometimes of something that you're going through. If those negative thoughts are coming into your mind and you keep blaming someone for having those thoughts, then it will be difficult for you to realize where the fault is. Take responsibility sometimes. Reflect and see where things are going wrong and try and fix it. Watch out for another video on emotions, general emotions, feelings. We're going to be looking at that and we're going to be dealing with it as time goes on in this session. Remember, all young people out there, this is your space. This is Mama A, your behavior mentor. Mama A understands you. Mama A is here to listen to you. Drop me any comments and I will take it up on my next video. Remember, you are in charge of your emotions. You rule your emotions. Do not allow your emotions to take over your life. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me at youtube.mamaap70. And if you're watching me on TikTok, you will have more details on my videos on YouTube. So if you're watching me on TikTok, also follow me on YouTube, .mamaap70. And if you're watching me on YouTube, you can also follow me on TikTok, mama.a313, at mama.a313. Until I come your way again with another support session, is Mama A, your behavior mentor, saying, remain positive. Thank you. See you soon.